This year, the Waimanalo Country Farms added some new Halloween attractions, including the Haunted Hayride and the Field of Terror. Speaking of Halloween, somehow this story got left out when we posted Lopaka's other ghost tales on the Trick or Treat website page. Weird, huh?
Glen also had a store in South King Street, just around the corner from Buck's Alley. It was called The Haunt. And it was a great place. It had a lot of interesting books, a lot of old toys from the 50s. Upstairs used to be the office belonging to Arnold Hiura and the late James Grant Benton. After Arnold moved out and James passed away, Glen broke down the wall between both offices and decided to create a seance room. And in that seance room, on all 4 walls were Ouija boards that were sent to him from around the world. And apparently in the middle of the seance room was a table with a crystal ball that was the property of Harry Houdini. And so what Glen began to do was he would offer readings, tea readings, tarot cards, psychics. And these people he hired they're all right. But what they all did collectively is they opened these doors to the other side. So that when the haunt finally closed down, these people never came back and closed those doors. So apparently the haunt ended up being really haunted. But the other side to that story is Glen writes books called the Obake Files. Well, in his office were the actual Obake Files, file drawers with all the ghost stories he'd collected. And over the years, Kahuna by the name of Beverly Lyons used to tell him, when you open the drawer and you bring out a file with the ghost story, make sure you close the file, put it back in the drawer, and close it. Because she used to warn him that maybe, perhaps, the ghost in the story would come out and hang out in the office. Well, one day they hear him upstairs, the office above the store, yelling and screaming, and it turns out that when he went into his office and opened the door, someone was standing there like this. And he yelled and screamed at the guy to come out, and the guy wouldn't come out. And so Glen closed his eyes and swung this broom, and it spun him around, and it broke in two. When he looked into the office, nobody was there. And so he calls Beverly Lyons, who gives him scolding on the phone. I told you to close the file drawer. So she came and she blessed the store and blessed the office. But even until this day, if you were able to go behind the old haunt, that little small parking lot, and stand there, you could feel the energy. And you more than likely will at the very least, get a picture of an orb. The place is still woefully haunted.